855-212-4CBS. If you want to get in on the show, let's go back to the phones. Let's go to Lindenhurst and talk to Jim. Jim, you're up on CBS Sports Radio.
Hi, Deshaun was not guilty criminally, and civilly. All they have on him is suspicion of wrongdoing, the league's image, and he said, she said. This is really flimsy stuff, not warranting more than a 6-game suspension. Now, if the commissioner dares to give us more than 6 games, me and the Cleveland fans will be furious. We're going to go after the commissioners and the league's image, okay, which is very bad, okay? We're going to have protest signs. We're going to boycott games. They dare do that over a
Okay, hold on, Jim, hang on. So if they suspend Deshaun Watson for more than 6 games, you're going to – or they – clarify for me here. If they suspend him at all,
go after the league for all their faulty decisions, like Robert Kraft, other things. They're not clean at all.
So, but you're saying if they
see protest signs on television,
if they suspend Deshaun Watson for what, more than 6 games? You said
definitely the whole season. They're going to get the book thrown at him from Cleveland. Yeah, that's way out of line.
Jim? Will you be out there picketing with everybody?
Yes, I would. I want the sign right on television. That the league they think they're pure stuff when they're guilty as all hell in their decisions.
Okay,
so they're going to put image judgment on Deshaun. We're going to put it back on them. Turnabout is fair play.
But
they're
Jim, you would boycott.
Jim,
you would boycott games if Deshaun Watson got suspended for more than.
Other people to do the same. Yes, to damage the image that they're so sacred about. Yeah,
that's fascinating to me because boycotting the games. You're doing this because you're a Browns fan, right?
No, I want attention drawn to how the league is so arbitrary in their decisions. They're not fair.
Do you really think you could get Jim? How many people do you think share this passion to boycott the league and picket over Deshaun Watson's suspension?
I live in Cleveland my whole life, and I know a lot of Clevelanders that feel the same. It shouldn't go past at the very most 8 games. After that, that's just being mean.
Jim, would you do this every Sunday?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I want the sign to show on television. They're so worried about their sacred image. Well, their image isn't clean either.
What would your sign say? Have you thought this through?
They don't have anything on Deshaun. That's flimsy stuff. Suspicion and images.
Jim, what would your I know what we've seen.
I think he should have a 6-game suspension, honestly, or 4. But anything more than that, and they're overstepping.
Okay, but Jim, I'm fascinated by this. So, but you think everything is flimsy, but you're okay with him getting suspended for 6 games?
Only for the image. I mean, they have a point. They have it in their rules because of their rules. They're the image. Okay.
Okay.
Based on suspicion. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can only get 6 games based on. I think that they should change the Players Association should force them, unless there's solid evidence that there shouldn't be more than 6-game suspension. And you know what I mean? Unless it's solid guiltiness. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Jim, have you thought, it sounds like you've thought this through. You've thought about this a lot. What would you put on your sign that you would have at your picketing? What would it say?
You can't have a harsh, heavy-handed decision based on flimsy evidence. It's not fair.
But that's a lot to fit on a sign, Jim. Like, your sign has to pop. It's got to only be like 3 or 4 words. You need a catchy slogan or something.
I mean, like they said, some of the sex was consensual. I mean, like it's just suspicion is what they're basing it on, and they have the right to do that, but you can't be heavy-handed about it. Is my point.
Okay. Jim, I wish you luck. Appreciate the phone call. Thank you. I don't know what kind of support. I don't know what kind of support Jim's picketing efforts every Sunday are going to get. I don't know what kind of army he's going to be able to assemble to do that. And he needs a creative team. Jim, I admire your passion. Even if it's the strangest channeling of that passion that I maybe have ever heard on this show. We've seen people picketing Deshaun getting acquired by the Browns. Like we saw that at one of those, I believe it was a Columbus soccer game because the Haslams own the MLS team in Columbus, if I'm not mistaken. So we saw right after the trade some fans of that team making demonstrations at the game about the Browns trading for Deshaun. They didn't like that. This is the first person I've heard that is threatening to picket and boycott if Deshaun gets suspended for too long. But 6 games is just right. Jim, I admire your passion. I think you do need to sit down and plan this a little more. That would be my suggestion. And you need a creative team. When I asked you what you're going to put on your sign, that was a lot of words, man. Your sign's going to look like the Declaration of Independence. You can't write the preamble to the Constitution on a poster board and expect that people are going to look at that. Like, it can't look like that, Jim. It's got to be like 4 or 5 words going right at Roger Goodell.